Welcome to today's practice. Today we're going to do a Vinyasa flow for building strength in arms, legs and core. Namaste. Today we're going to start in child's pose so you can come to the back of your mat, open your knees hip wide, sit your hips back on your heels, stretch your arms in front of you and put your forehead on the ground. Take deep long breath. And come to the center. Prepare your mind for today's practice. Deeply inhale and exhale through your nose. With the next inhale, we roll up, come into a seated position. If it's comfortable, you can sit on your heels or cross-legged. Put your palms facing upwards on your thighs. Close your eyes and breathe through your nose. Deeply inhale and exhale through your nose. Observe your breath. And with the inhale, we take the hands in front of the chest and sound Om. Then open your eyes and inhale, take your arms up and back next to your hips, open your chest and look upwards. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and breathe in your belly. Inhale, take your arms up and exhale, fold forward over your knees into child's pose. Rest your head on the floor, arms long in front of you. Inhale, come up and exhale, put your left hand on the right knee and your right arm behind your back. Look over your right shoulder and inhale, come to the middle. Exhale, put your right hand to the left knee and look over your left shoulder. Inhale in your rotation. And come to the middle with the next inhale. Exhale, put your right arm next to your right hip and stretch to the side. Left arm over your head. You can look to the sky. Deeply inhale, come to the middle. Exhale, put your left arm on the floor, right arm over the side, look up to the sky. And inhale, come into middle and take your arms down. Now we're going to come in a tabletop position with your palms under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and we start with the cat-cow. With the inhale, let your back drop and exhale, round your spine, look to your navel. Inhale, let your back drop, look forward and exhale, round your spine, look to your navel. Inhale, lift your chest, look forward, exhale, round the spine, look to your navel. And come in a neutral tabletop position. The knees are hip width distance apart, and with the inhale, take your right arm up to the sky and exhale. Put your right arm under your left arm so the right shoulder is on the floor. Inhale, take your left arm and put it behind your back so you can touch your right thigh. Your ear is on the mat. And deeply inhale in this rotation. With the next inhale, slowly come up, back into tabletop position, and we're going to do the twist on the other side. Inhale, take a left arm and exhale. Put it under your right arm, shoulder on the floor, ear on the floor. Then take your left arm behind your back. You can touch the thigh. And inhale in this rotation. Then with the next inhale, slowly come back into your tabletop position. Tuck your toes and push your weight backwards, your hips to your heels and forward, so your shoulders come over your wrists. To warm up the wrists a little bit, shift the weight back and forward. And come to a middle position. With the exhale, take your knees from the mat and push back into your downward dog. You can bend your knees and make your spine straight, straighten the legs. You can go with your heels to the floor, walk your dog a little bit, and come into your final downward dog position. Straight arms, straight legs, heels pushing to the floor, shoulder blades squeezing together, and head is hanging. And then slowly walk with your feet to the front of your mat where your hands are. Close them, bend the knees, grab your elbows, and go from side to side to warm up the spine. And with the next inhale, slowly roll up, take your hands to the sky, stretch backward. Exhale, come into your Tadasana. Close your feet, take your toes from the mat and put them down one by one. Straighten your legs, encourage your core. Roll your shoulders back and leave them down. Tuck your chin and stand active in Tadasana. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward from your hips into forward fold. Inhale, straighten your back, lift your chest, straighten your spine, and exhale, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Shoulder blades squeezing together. Straight spine. Push with the heels to the mat. And with the next inhale, put your hips to your heels and step forward into half forward fold. Straight spine, lift the chest. Exhale, roll down into forward fold. Shift your weight to your toes. Inhale, roll up, slightly backward bend. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, take your arms over your head, slightly backward bend, and exhale, foot forward from the hips into forward fold. Inhale, straighten your back, lift your chest, and exhale, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come up into upward facing dog, open your chest, look to the sky. Exhale, come back into downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Heels wanna come to the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And with the next inhale, bend your knees, put your hips back and step forward into half forward fold, straight spine. Exhale, roll down into forward fold. Inhale, come up, slightly backward bend. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, stretch to the sky. Exhale, fold forward into forward fold. Inhale, straighten your spine. Come up, shoulder blades together. And exhale, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come into upward facing dog, legs away from the mat, look to the sky, and exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Feet are hip width distance apart. Let your head hang and breathe. With the next inhale, step or jump in front of your mat and come into half forward fold, straight spine, lift your chest, look to the mat, and exhale, roll into forward fold. Inhale, come up, stretch to the sky. Exhale, stand in Tadasana. Inhale, sit back in your Utkatasana. chairs pose, and exhale, roll forward into forward fold. Inhale, come into half forward fold, straighten your spine, open your chest, and exhale, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, push out of your shoulders, and exhale, come into downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg, step it in front, and come up into a high lunge. Exhale, take your hands back to the floor and come down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg and step it in front to your hands. Come up into high lunge. Exhale, take your hands to the mat, step back into plank and lower down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, open your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here. Catch your breath. Let your head hang. With the next inhale, step or jump to the front of your mat and come into half forward fold, straight spine, open the chest. Exhale, roll down into forward fold, head hangs. Inhale, come into Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Tadasana, one more time. Inhale, sit back in your chair's pose, hips on knee level, knees are together, arms overhead. Exhale, roll down into forward fold, straight legs. Inhale, lift your chest into half forward fold, look to the mat, and exhale, step or jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg, step it in front between your hands, come up into a high lunge. Exhale, come back into plank's pose, go down into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg, step it in front between your hands and come up into a high lunge. Knees over your ankle. Exhale, come down into plank and lower into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here, catch your breath, let your head hang. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And with your next inhale, step or jump to the front of your mat into half forward fold. Lift your chest, straight spine, and exhale, roll down into forward fold. Shift your weight to your toes. And with the inhale, come into your chair's pose, Utkatasana, hips on knee level. Exhale, Tadasana. After Surya Namaskar A and B, we're gonna start with the flow for the strength of our legs. Come in front of your mat, close your feet, and we're gonna start with the chair's pose, Utkatasana. With the inhale, put your hips on knee level. Make sure your knees are not coming over your toes if you look down. And we're gonna twist our chair pose. That means you take the hands in front of your chest together and then twist so you can put your left elbow on the right knee. Hands are on top of each other. And with the inhale, we're gonna step the left leg back into a lunge position. Stay in your twisted lunge, knees over the ankle, the right one, and breathe. And with the next inhale, open your arms and bend backwards. You're looking over your right leg. Your right arm is touching the left thigh. And with the next inhale, turn to the left side into your warrior two. The back leg is 45 degrees outward. Front knee is over your ankle. And your upper body's in the middle, resting over your hips, arms coming down with the next exhale into plank and chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here, take a breath. And with the next inhale, step or jump forward into your half forward fold. Straighten the spine. Exhale, roll forward into forward fold. Inhale, roll up, stretch to the sky. Exhale, Tadasana. Now the other side. Inhale, take your hands over the head, come into Utkanasana, chairs pose. Then put your hands in front of your chest together and twist so your right elbow can be on your left knee outside. Make sure your knees in one line and breathe in this twist. With the next inhale, step your right leg back so you come into a lunge position in your twisted lunge. Left knees over the left ankle. And with an inhale, open your arms and back bendward. You're looking over your left leg. Left hand can touch the right thigh. And then turn to come into your warrior two. Right leg 45-degree outward, turn the foot and left knee over ankle. Arms on shoulder level. And with the exhale, rotate your arms down, come into plank pose, lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Let your head hang, and with the inhale, step or jump forward into your half forward fold. And exhale, roll down into forward fold. Inhale, roll up, slightly backward bend. Exhale, Tadasana. To prepare for our balancing sequence, you can come to the middle of your mat into Tadasana. Shift your weight to your left leg and slowly rise your right leg to 90 degrees from the floor. Take your hands in front of your chest together and slowly extend your leg and come into your warrior three. Your one line from your heel to your head, and with the right toe try to push inward to make the hip square. Then with your inhale, slowly come forward and put your left foot on the inner thigh of the right leg into your trees pose. You can also use your hand if you cannot reach with your foot. Balance it here, breathing, and then take your right ankle over your left knee and sit down. Feel the stretch of the glute and try to lower down your hips. Straighten your back. And with the next exhale, come up and put your foot back down to the floor. Stand in Tadasana, and we're going to prepare for our left leg. Shift your weight to the right foot, to the right leg, and lift your left leg from the ground, knee on 90 degrees. Take your hands in front of your chest together, and with an inhale, take your leg back and extend it. Come forward with your upper body into your warrior three. Extend your leg, try to square your hips and your one line from your heel to your head. And with the next inhale, come up into standing and take your left foot on the inner thigh of the right leg into trees pose. Balancing here, breathing, and then take the left ankle over your right knee and sit with your hips down as far as you can. Feel the stretch of your glutes, straighten your back, shoulder blades together, and inhale. Slowly come up, lift your leg and put it back down to the ground into Tadasana. Keep on breathing before we come down to the floor. With the next inhale, rise your hands over your head, slightly backward bend, exhale, fold forward into forward fold, straighten your legs. Inhale, straight spine, lift your chest, look to the mat, and exhale, step or jump back into plank and lower in Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Your feet are hip-width distance apart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Let your head hang. And with the inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. And exhale, we shift our weight forward and put our knees to our elbow. Inhale, come backward in three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to wrist. Inhale, extend in three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend backward. Exhale, come forward, right knee to left wrist. Inhale, extend. And exhale, take your knee forward into plank with knee to the chest. Hold here, push out of your shoulders. And then step your foot between your hands. Inhale, come up into a high lunge. And exhale, slowly lower down your left knee to the mat. Stretch your foot back and stay in your low lunge. Then exhale, take your left hand in line with your right foot and turn to the twist. Stretch your right arm back. You're looking over your right shoulder. Back leg is extended. Right knee is over the right ankle. Then inhale, come back. Exhale here. And step back into plank's pose. Lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your left leg, lift it to the sky into three-legged dog. And with your exhale, put your left knee to the left elbow. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, backward into three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left wrist. Inhale, shift it backwards. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, and exhale, left knee to right wrist. Inhale, three-legged dog, extend, and exhale, take your knee to your chest into your plank's pose. Holding here, and then step your left foot between your hands and inhale, rise up into high lunge. With the exhale, lower your right knee and let your foot relax. Exhale, take your hands down. The right hand is in line with your left foot. And with an inhale, twist and turn open. Stretch your left arm. Show over the left shoulder. Left knees. Over the left ankle. Breathe into your stretch. And then come to the middle, take your hands to the floor and step back with your exhale into plank's pose, lower down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here and catch your breath. Let your head hang, heels to the floor. And then roll forward into plank's position with your exhale. Wrists under your shoulders, and we're gonna put our right arm in the middle and open to the side into a side plank. Left arm is in one line with the right, reaching the sky, and push your hips to the sky. Breathe here, and with the next exhale, come down into plank's pose and shift. Take your left hand into the middle, and with the inhale, turn to the side into your side plank. Open your right arm up to the sky, hips want to push to the sky, and press out of your shoulder. And with the next exhale, come back into plank's pose, lower down into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment to come back to your breath. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then bend your knees and sit back with your hips on your heels. Put your hand down to the ground and stretch your arms. Deeply inhale to your belly in your child's pose. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Take a little rest before we start again. Just breathe through your nose. Inhale, come up into your tabletop position. Now we're going to do forearm plank. So you can put your forearms on the ground in shoulder distance. Hands also on the mat, and then stretch your legs and put your hips down so you're in your proper forearm plank. Look to the mat. Make sure your shoulders are squeezed together. Encourage your core and keep on breathing here. Hold it and then put your knees down and rest your head on your forearms. Take a deep breath and relax. Before we prepare for our Bhujangasana, our Cobra's pose, therefore you can close your feet, your legs, and put your hands on the line of your chest, elbows squeezing together, forehead on the mat, and with the inhale, lift your upper body up. Take the hands away from the mat, look forward, and lift it from your back muscles. Deeply breathe into your belly. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Look forward. And with your next exhale, you can release back to the ground. Rest your forehead on your hands and breathe. Then we're going to prepare. We're going to take our hands behind our back together. Forehead is on the ground, and with the inhale, lift your upper body and push with your hands back. Look forward breathing, open your chest, open your shoulders, and lift your upper body. Keep on breathing. And with the next exhale, slowly come down, rest your forehead on your hands or on the mat. And deeply breathe into your belly to massage your lower spine. Then take your hands next to your body, push backward into your child's pose, open your knees mat wide, and round your spine. Rest your head on the floor and breathe. And with your next inhale, roll up and sit on your mat with your legs in front of you. Put them hip width distance apart, feet on the floor, stretch your arms on shoulder level in front and straighten the spine. With the inhale, take your hands over your head and rise with your legs from the floor so you come in the seated position. Make sure your spine is straight, push with your chest up to the sky, heels are on knee level, and breathing here. And with the exhale, put your feet back on the floor and make your spine round. You can put your arms on your knees. And sit here for a little bit. Then inhale, straighten your back, take your arms overhead and lift your heels from the ground. If you want, you can straighten your legs to come in the full seat, or you come in the easier seat. And then with the exhale, take your feet down, round in your spine. And with the next inhale, round your spine, straighten your spine. And exhale, roll down to the floor so you can lay down into a Shavasana pose. We are almost there, almost in the final Shavasana. But before that, you can take your feet and put them hip width distance with the bent knees on your mat. Your hands can touch your heels. And with the next inhale, roll your spine away from the mat. Put your hips up to the sky in a bridge pose. Inhale, roll up in one straight line. If you can cross your hands together. Put your shoulder blades together and open up your chest. Squeeze your hips up to the sky. Breathe here in your bridge pose. And then slowly release your hands and roll your spine down to the ground one by one vertebrae. Take your knees to your chest. You can take your hands on your knees and come forward and backward. Massage your lower spine. And when you're ready, come into your final Shavasana pose. Arms next to you with the hands facing the sky. Gently close your eyes and breathe. You did everything that needed to be done. And now you can relax and let go. We work our legs and our arms and our core, and now they deserve to rest. Inhale deeply through your nose, and with every exhale, let go of all the tension. Inhale and exhale. And send a big thank you with every inhale to every cell of your body. And then slowly start moving your hands and your feet. Maybe stretch your hands overhead and roll to your favorite side into fetus position. Feel the earth holding you, protecting you like a child in the mother's womb. And if you're ready, you can come into a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed. Rest your hands on your thighs, palms facing upwards, and take a moment here to thank yourself for this beautiful practice today. Breathe and just sit in thankfulness with yourself. And with your next inhale, take your hands in front of your chest and sound Om. Take an inhale for Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take your thumbs to your forehead. May everything you think be full of love. Take your thumbs to your lips. May everything you speak be full of love. Take your thumbs to your heart. May everything you give and receive be full of love. Take your hands in front of you to the floor and spread love and good energy to everyone and everything existing. Then roll up and open your eyes with a big smile. Thank you so much for today's practice. Namaste. If you liked it, you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.